Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 139th commencement ceremony of Sherman College of Chiropractic. We ask that you remain seated during the processional. Let the ceremony begin. Please join me at this time for the invocation. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time that we could gather and celebrate the incredible accomplishments of these students, soon to be doctors of chiropractic. We thank you for an institution that can help support them and guide them and prepare them. We thank you for faculty and employees that have poured their lives into them so that they may pour their lives into the patients that they serve one day. We ask your blessings on this ceremony, on the families that are here and those that could not be here. We pray that everything we do would bring glory to you and be pleasing to you. We ask these things in your name. Amen. Well, welcome. As you may have noticed, Dr. Cordero is not with us today. He is alive and well, but he has been quarantined. So he is watching us at home live, as I believe we are streaming. And the proof of that is we had a little bit of a, what are we going to call it? A wardrobe malfunction. And he sent multiple text messages to let us know. So thank you for that, Dr. Cordero, for keeping us straight and narrow. But I would like to introduce Dr. Neil Cohen. Dr. Cohen is the college's Senior Vice President for Presidential Initiatives. He is extremely capable, and it's a delight to have him here as Dr. Cordero's emissary. Please welcome Dr. Neil Cohen.
Thank you, Dr. Irwin. Well, we got to make some noise. Welcome to graduation. Come on, let's hear it. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I want to take this opportunity to recognize and thank our distinguished platform speakers, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, our regents, our President's Circle regents, our many supporters, families, mentors, and friends of our graduates, our supportive Board of Trustees, and with us today is our trustee, Ms. Linda Giuliano. Ms. Giuliano, would you please stand up? Thank you. And also with us today are some of our chiropractors attending the graduation of a family member or student they've referred to the college. Unfortunately, Dr. Jason Sabo could not be here this morning, but he has referred Heinz Michael Bradman. We also have with us today Dr. Carolyn Oliveira, who referred Timothy Bryan. Dr. Bob Stroud referred his daughter, Sydney Stroud. And with us today as well is Dr. Rick Brescia, who referred Matthew Devlin. I want to personally thank you for your patience in listening to these referrals. This simply reveals the many supporters from Sherman College, as well as other chiropractic institutions that have referred students and trusted Sherman College to deliver the best doctorate of chiropractic program. So, hello everyone, and welcome to beautiful Spartanburg, South Carolina. Today is truly an exceptional day and an exceptional time to be part of the Sherman College family. I want to take a moment to recognize our graduating class of March 2021. President Cordero and I sincerely thank each and every one of you for your patience and understanding during this year's unusual learning experience. You made it. You made it. And I am excited to welcome you as colleagues and fellow doctors of chiropractic. Let's focus just for a moment on the career you have chosen for your life's work. Chiropractic exists to nurture and advance a simple yet powerful idea that all healing comes from above down and inside out. Chiropractors take a natural, proactive approach to healthcare, helping people to achieve good health and helping them function at their optimum capacity without the use of drugs or surgery. By correcting vertebral subluxations and removing interference to the nervous system, chiropractic allows the body to self-regulate, to self-heal, and express itself in a healthier, vital way, and literally has the potential to impact and shape the totality of one's entire human experience. Sherman College of Chiropractic's mission is very unique in the field. We will educate and prepare students to become doctors of chiropractic, focused on the analysis and the adjustment of the vertebral subluxation. Sherman College will educate, graduate, and support successful doctors of chiropractic who fulfill their responsibilities and serve humanity with competency, compassion, and integrity. Sherman College graduates have been educated at the preeminent chiropractic institution in the world. They are now ready to bring the message of principled chiropractic and the valuable service of vertebral subluxation correction to the betterment of their practice members and to the advancement of our profession and the world. While we all have experienced uncertainty this year, we must nevertheless recognize that we face a unique opportunity right now to restore our values and our worth. We have the opportunity to examine the kind of society we have become, to reassert what and who we want to be, and to plan expectations that will shape our lives and our futures. Graduates, I want to share with you a quote from the American humorist, philosopher, and author Samuel Langhorne Clemens, better known as Mark Twain. His quote is this: "The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why." The application of chiropractic in a pure, unadulterated, unfiltered, and undiminished form has and always will be a gift to humanity. As a chiropractor, to partake in the giving of this gift has its own special set of blessings that you will soon come to know. You can be fully assured that you have committed to a purpose and a passion that will only serve to empower all those fortunate lives that you are given to care for from this day forward. In the words of the Apostle Paul to his young disciple Timothy, "Continue in what you have learned and have become convinced of, because you know those from whom you have learned it. Become a strong and positive force for the communities you will serve. Reach out and share the chiropractic message of hope and healing with everyone you meet. Align yourselves with the groups and organizations that share a vision of improving this world. Serve a world that desperately needs what you have to offer." This graduation day declares that you know what has been taught to you. So what better service can you dream of than to provide chiropractic to the world? In the words of our dear friend, Dr. Irene Gold, go out there and make it happen. As you enter the profession, keep your focus sharp. Remember to look forward beyond your immediate community and to the world. Join your colleagues in practice as we work together to build a stronger foundation for a larger global impact. Join us as we become a dynamic, positive force for our communities and for the chiropractic profession at large. Graduates, today we honor your hard work, your dedication, and commitment over the past 3.5 years. We celebrate your journey, the obstacles you have overcome, the persistence you have shown, and the passion you have for serving others. We celebrate you and your outstanding achievements, We celebrate your anticipated contributions to our profession and to our society. Right now, the world is yours to be made better, and I know we are in good hands. Dr. Cordero and I are immensely proud of what you have done, and even more of what and who you have become. Keep your Sherman family close to your heart, and take hold of your journey ahead. Friends, family, and colleagues joining us today, thank you for supporting these new doctors of chiropractic as they have transformed themselves from hopeful students into highly skilled, compassionate practitioners. Thank you for supporting their passion and their drive to make a difference. They truly are poised to change the world. Thank you all for joining with our academic community to share in this special day and mark the entrance of these individuals into the profession of chiropractic. Welcome. Awesome. The highest award given at graduation is the Milton W. Garfunkel Award, obviously named for a pioneering New York chiropractor, Milton W. Garfunkel. Dr. Garfunkel did much to advance the profession, working diligently to get chiropractic legally recognized in the state of New York. These were in the days where many states have yet to have recognized the practice of chiropractic. In his later life, he became an enthusiastic supporter of Sherman College during its formative years. He served on the college's distinguished Board of Regents and established a scholarship fund for Sherman College students. He came to represent all that was the best in chiropractic in his devotion, generosity, and service to Sherman College, as well as the profession. To receive the Milton W. Garfunkel Award, a graduating student must have a grade point average of 3.5 or above, and in addition, be considered to be the best to exemplify those qualities of Sherman College that we strive for, to inculcate into all of our graduates: love of the profession, an outstanding understanding of philosophy, and a willingness to share and demonstrate service to the college community. The person receiving this highest distinction is invited to give the student address at graduation. I am pleased to announce the honor of the Milton W. Garfunkel Award to be presented to Abigail Rovnak Wallace. Listen to this. Abigail graduates with a 3.99 grade point average. She has appeared on the dean's list throughout her studies here at the college. Throughout Abby's time as an intern, she has been described as a highly motivated to not only perform the minimum which was expected, but to go above and beyond in terms of patient volume and quality of care. Always asking questions, Abby is determined to provide the utmost quality of care to her patients. Her excitement and her love for chiropractic really shine throughout her entire intern career. To complete her final quarter of the program, Abigail will participate in the Practice Management Observation Elective in Somerville, Massachusetts. She plans to begin an associateship after graduation. Abigail, please come forward. Oh, there you are.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cohen, for the introduction. Welcome, faculty, administration, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Thank you all for joining us on this exciting day to celebrate this great milestone on our chiropractic journey. It seems hard to believe that this day has finally come. We prayed for its quick arrival and anxiously crossed tests, quizzes, practical exams, and quarters completed off of our list. Our experiences have led us to today, a day where we get to reflect on the path that led us here while looking forward with hope and anticipation for what is ahead. It goes without saying that the last 3.5 years have required the utmost dedication from each and every one of us. Being a part of this program meant that we put forth continuous effort, energy, and time in order to better ourselves daily. There were long nights and weekends spent studying that were accompanied by heightened stress levels, and for a few of us, even some tears. There were countless hours spent at seminars and in the clinic where we worked to advance our knowledge and improve our skills. There were board exams and finals weeks, which often felt as if they would never end. Needless to say, this program required that we push ourselves harder than we thought possible for the greater good of the profession that we all love. And although this program required diligence from us students, it also required understanding, compassion, and guidance from all of you here celebrating with us. As I was preparing for the farewell address today, I had a number of my classmates request that I take the time to appropriately thank all of you for all that you have done to get us here. So first, to our friends and family, thank you for answering the phone calls when we needed a chance to unwind and to take our minds off of school. Thank you for understanding when compromises had to be made with regards to our family plans. Thank you for being our greatest support systems. We truly could not have done this without each and every one of you. Throughout our academic experience, we have been fortunate to learn from many great professors. Not only have you tolerated our ridiculous antics in class for 13 quarters, but you also made sure that we learned what we needed to. You were also all recently faced with transitioning your entire curriculum into an online format. We know how challenging this transition was, and we truly thank you for all of your hard work in doing so and making sure that we were able to stay on track. So thank you. Our case doctors, you have done absolutely everything in your power to support us and guide us through clinic in such an uncertain time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with us while always providing constructive criticism, all with the motive of helping to improve our skills. I speak on behalf of all of us when I say thank you for all that you have done to get us to this point. Through these 3.5 years, our class learned to lean on one another. We became a family. We supported one another, we respected one another, and we undoubtedly laughed at and with one another. Many of us were miles away from our own families, which resulted in us spending weekends, birthdays, study sessions, and even some holidays together. We created a network that allowed us to depend on one another as we walked through this difficult path together. Where we stand today, our family is about to advance into a network of colleagues. Never forget that we created a team here, and we are always rooting for each other's success. Reflecting back on our time at Sherman, we have been faced with a number of challenges. Whether it was the discipline to study when you didn't think you could possibly study any longer, or finding the correct mobile unit back during the construction phase, as well as up until our most recent challenge of transitioning to a virtual learning amidst a pandemic. This program has been no easy feat. Through it all, we were able to adapt and persist to overcome the obstacles that were placed in our way. We have become familiar with resilience. This ability to adapt will help shape us as we continue to grow as doctors of chiropractic. We are in the business of adaptation after all. So as we go beyond these walls and enter the world as doctors of chiropractic, I encourage you to remember the importance of our role. Never stop learning and educating yourself for the good of your patients. Never stop working to perfect your craft and better yourself as a clinician. And never settle for less than your absolute best. Our future patients are waiting for the specific subluxation-based chiropractic care that we can provide them with, while always keeping their best interest at the forefront of our care. As Kaz McCullough once said, the road won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. Where we stand today, we are only scratching the surface of what this profession has to offer. There will undoubtedly be difficult roads ahead. There will be days when you feel tired, when you feel frustrated, and maybe even days when you feel like giving up. If you are ever faced with these feelings of doubt, I urge you to reflect back on why you started. Remember why you chose this profession. Back in second quarter, Dr. Dooley encouraged all of us to discover our own personal why for choosing chiropractic. And for this occasion, I wanted to revisit that concept with my fellow classmates. So I asked them again, what is your why for chiropractic? And this is some of what they said. To give people access to the best version of themselves, to serve and to minister, to help others have the opportunity to live out their life purpose, to increase function and help people reach the goals that they once thought were unattainable, to provide the kind of care that I want my own family to receive, to provide a proactive approach to health, to help people enjoy the life that they have, to allow people to live life to the fullest while being able to express health and happiness, to help people reach their maximum potential, to provide hope for a better future and a quality of life that each person deserves, to encourage a balanced life, to connect people with the things that matter most to them, and to provide hope for the hopeless. So as we continue forward in our chiropractic careers, you might find that your why evolves as the years pass and as you grow as a doctor. Your why might even remain the same as when you started. But no matter what the case is, your why will be what drives you every day, especially on the days when it doesn't feel easy. When the road gets tough, I urge you, graduates, to remember why you started. Now in closing, I know it's been a long 3.5 years since we've all been waiting to hear this. So congratulations, graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail. Today I have the pleasure of introducing our commencement speaker. Dr. Daniel J. Becker is a 2000 Sherman College cum laude graduate. He joined the Sherman College faculty as an adjunct instructor in 2016 and currently serves as an assistant professor of clinical sciences. At Sherman College, he teaches courses in clinical diagnosis and case management, upper extremity diagnosis and management, extremity diagnosis case review, rehabilitation theory, and applied rehabilitation. In addition to his DC degree, Dr. Becker holds a Master of Education in Health and Physical Education from 1997, a bachelor's degree in Health and Physical Education 1995 from Slippery Rock University in Pennsylvania. While at Slippery Rock, he worked as an assistant director at the Russell M. Wright Fitness Center, assisting in the day-to-day operations of a 1,500-member fitness facility, supervising other employees, assisting with research, and conducting personal training sessions. Prior to joining the college faculty, Becker actively practiced chiropractic in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland, both independently and with various clinics. He is a certified chiropractic sports physician by the American Board of Chiropractic Sports Physicians, and he also holds certifications in first aid and the Graston technique. In addition, he is a diplomate of the American Chiropractic Board of Rehabilitation. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dan Becker.
Thank you. Well, there's a lot of people here, and it's hot. So I hope I can remember my passcode. And I brought a paper copy just in case, so Dr. Harrington would be happy. And valid passcode, nice. We've all been there, right? All right, there we go. Okay, greetings Sherman College administration, fellow faculty, staff, and most importantly on this day, March 2021 graduates and your loved ones. I am very happy and honored to be here today to celebrate with you your moving forward, your new beginning. These graduates have spent about 350 hours with me the last 2 years, but that's nothing compared to the time that they spent together, learning, studying, laughing, and occasionally arguing, I'm sure, but bonding over a shared passion. For the parents in the audience, congratulations on raising such wonderful people. And they really are. You have provided them the love and support required to get admitted to and complete a rigorous doctoral program. I'm sure they would admit that without you, they wouldn't be sitting here today. So for that, I thank you. And I think I can speak for the rest of the faculty, administration, and staff that they thank you as well. You have all played a huge part in the continued success, not only of your loved ones, but of the success of the college as well. And as a result, you have helped protect principled chiropractic. And if you don't know what that means, these guys still have some work to do. I remember my graduation day just over 20 years ago. I can recall how excited I was to not have to study anymore, so I thought, and to not have to take any more tests. I was wrong on that front too. I also couldn't wait to be able to start putting my training to use. But there was also sadness because I knew I would miss my classmates and my instructors, and I knew I would miss being in an environment of mostly like-minded people, together for a similar purpose. But there was also fear and trepidation due to all the uncertainties that the future held. Where would I open a practice? Where would I get the money? Did I know how to educate patients? Where would I learn to run a business? I think most of you will feel these emotions too, if you haven't already. But I'm not going to spend these next minutes pumping you up to overcome these obstacles and emotions. Although there will be plenty more learning along the way, you have been given the education and tools needed for success. And from what I have seen, you are already motivated. With this in mind, I wanted to take time today to address some of the more human elements about practice and life that can easily be forgotten, no matter how much we remind ourselves. You will see some reference to these things when you take the chiropractic oath in about a half an hour. So let's examine the chiropractic oath through the lens of one of the most iconic movie characters of all time, Forrest Gump. And if you haven't seen the movie, no worries, I'll try to fill in the gaps. Don't think of this as a lecture. You've had plenty of those already. Think of this as a guide, my hope for you. So my hope number one, talk to strangers, and when you do, be your authentic self. Throughout the movie, Forrest Gump engages and tells stories about his life to various people who he has never met while sitting on a bench at a bus stop waiting for bus number 9 to Richmond Street. For those who have seen the movie, you probably remember that Forrest had some amazing stories to tell. So granted, probably none of you have been shot in the buttocks or had the opportunity to show the president the resulting scar. But you have your own amazing stories to tell. Part of your success in practice will depend on your ability to engage others and tell the chiropractic story, even your chiropractic story. Graduates, be like Gump. Talk to people, challenge their beliefs, let them challenge yours. B.J. Palmer is credited with the following quote: "You never know how far-reaching something you may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow." Engage with people and plant seeds, but in the process, do not try to be something you are not. Don't exaggerate. Your genuine self is good enough, and chiropractic needs no embellishment. Hope number two, and there's 7 of these, so bear with me. Hope number 2, treat everyone with the same love and respect, no matter who they are, and regardless of age, skin color, nationality, income level, sexual orientation, or, and this may be the most difficult one, treat everyone with the same love and respect regardless of how they treat you. No matter who Forrest Gump met during the course of his life, he always treated everyone the same, whether it was the love of his life, Jenny, who repeatedly rejected his affections, President Richard Nixon, who he met after making the U.S. Olympic ping pong team, or Benjamin Buford Blue, an autistic African-American who he met on a bus on his way to Army boot camp. In practice and in life, you will meet individuals with substantial means, and you will meet those barely scraping by, and those not getting by at all. You will meet people who treat you like dirt, and people who treat you with the utmost respect and demonstrate appropriate gratitude. Love them all the same. Money, skin color, ethnic heritage, and all the behaviors and characteristics that we think that we see on the outside that make us different, don't compare at all to the things we have in common on the inside. We are human beings, and no matter how you may see someone, that person is someone's son, daughter, mother, father, loved one. Treat them as you would have others treat your loved ones. Care for them like you would care for your own loved ones. Number 3, good character matters. At age 24, Bubba died from a gunshot wound in Vietnam. And before he died, he told Forrest it was his dream to captain a fishing boat, a business he and Forrest planned to start together after the war was over. True to his word, when the war ended, Forrest started and later sold his shrimping business, and he gave half the money away, which he considered to be Bubba's share. You see, Forrest had promised Bubba that he would take care of his mother, and because no one was aware of this arrangement, Forrest could have easily kept the money. Instead, he kept his word, his promise. Forrest said, and I'm going to use my own voice so I don't make a fool of myself, "Mama said there's only so much fortune a man really needs, and the rest is just showing off. So I gave a whole bunch of it to the Foursquare Gospel Church, and I gave a whole bunch to the Bayou Lebader Fishing Hospital. And even though Lieutenant Dan said I was nuts, I gave Bubba's mama Bubba's share. And you know what? She don't have to work in nobody's kitchen no more." It has been said that character is defined by what we do when no one else is watching. As chiropractors, you will have many, many opportunities to do the wrong things. You may have a slow month and be tempted to alter your treatment plans to compensate. Or you may have patients wanting you to waive copays. Or you may be tempted to bill codes that aren't appropriate just to make a few extra bucks. You may even have thoughts of inappropriate relationships with patients. Graduates, throughout the good and the bad, maintain good character. In many things in life, we depend on others for our success, or we depend on luck or chance for what we have. The thing about your character is that it is your responsibility. It is not up to chance. It is not up to others, but totally in your control, and it's yours to protect. Hope number 4, say yes. Try new things. You may even be great at them. But even if you aren't, it's okay. Forrest had no experience playing ping pong before the Vietnam War, but one day he picked up a paddle and soon made the U.S. Olympic team. He had a talent. We all have talents, some a few, some many. But many people go through life without really knowing what their talents are because they don't try new things. All of you graduates will need to take CE courses to maintain licensure. You will have easy, familiar choices and unfamiliar choices. One of the biggest mistakes I made after graduating was taking CE courses that were easy and familiar, whether it was because I was confident with the course material already or because my friends would be there and I'd have somebody to hang out with. There are dozens and dozens of seminars that offer CE classes. If you don't try something new, you won't learn something new. I hope you all realize by now that no one technique is the be-all, end-all chiropractic technique for all patients. Some of you may be surprised with me saying that. Make good use of your opportunities and money to learn new materials and skills so you can help your patients. Number 5, have a trusted mentor. Forrest's mom taught him a lot throughout his life, and in his stories he commonly referred to the life lessons that she taught him. She was his mentor. Through research, academics have proven the value of achieving success in personal life and in business by utilizing a mentor. For some of you, that will be a practice coach. For others, your field doctors. Still others yet, faculty and staff here at the college, or you may find local colleagues. Throughout my career, I had several professional mentors, and those relationships I will cherish for the rest of my life. When you begin practice, I recommend you find a mentor, even if you have one already. You may find additional value in other mentors. Reach out to others. Ask for assistance, even if it's from a classmate. And when you're in a position to be a mentor for someone else, step up. Much research has been done on the power of giving. Being a mentor for someone can give you the same psychological and physiological benefits as actually giving money. So give of yourself. Number 6, and you may have been waiting for this one all along. Life is like a box of chocolates. You'll never know what you're going to get. I'm sure at this point in your life you realize that there are many uncertain things about practice. You might have the power go out, computers crash, patients show up late, some show up early, some don't show up at all. Your employees may call in sick, you may be sick, pandemics may arise. And if you're blessed, there will be times when you are stressed to the gills at the number of people waiting to see you in your office. Personally, one of the most difficult things about practice for me was learning to adapt to individual patient personalities and their circumstances. As I'm sure your clinical experience has shown you, people respond to you in many different ways. You must adapt, just like you want your patients to. See what I did there? And I charge you to still do what you're entrusted to you to do. That is, care for your patients with the highest degree of skill and professionalism. Don't let the day-to-day life and practice stresses interfere with your practice care. With every visit, try to see every patient as a fellow human, not as an object that has a subluxation. Be empathetic, understanding, and keep in mind that we never know the circumstances of someone else's struggles. For people who are happy, there is a reason. For people who are crying, there is a reason. You may never know the whys, and you don't need to. You only need to know your why. And the last lesson I have for you is this. The highest levels of intelligence are not needed to succeed in practice. Raise your hand if you're relieved by that. Forrest Gump has been said to be a very low IQ individual, yet he was very successful in everything he tried because he embodied dedication, passion, courage, and focus. You should love and be passionate about what you do, and if you don't, figure out why. You should always be proud to be a chiropractor. Remember, you have been given tremendous skills to improve lives in both measurable and immeasurable ways. You have the capacity to make people better parents, parents who are more active and functional and better able to give of themselves to their children. And when parents are better, their children have better lives. And when children have better lives, they themselves can grow up to be better parents. Never forget or underestimate the education you have been given and the abilities you have. I charge you to use them for good. Maximize your potential so that you can in turn maximize the potential of your patients. See, I did it again. Graduates, love yourselves, love others, maintain good character, don't be afraid to try new things, ask for help when needed, talk to people, and give. The future of chiropractic and healthcare is literally in your hands, or integrators, or activators, or styluses, or other instruments. Glad somebody laughed at that one. I was worried. Graduates, continue to make us proud. We love you, and we will miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Becker, for your wisdom as well as your inspiration and the lesson on one of my favorite movies. By the way, when Dr. C was introducing Dr. Becker and his long list of accomplishments, she forgot one of the ones and that just amazed me, and he is an incredible artist. Not only as a doctor of chiropractic, but as a painter. You'll see his paintings around the campus. So thank you for that as well. In every class, there are those individuals who excel academically, maintaining at least a 3.5 grade point average out of a possible 4.0 while completing almost 5,000 hours of graduate study. 5,000 hours. This accomplishment, obviously, is no small task. The gold cord that you see draped around the necks of some of the graduates indicate who those are and are a symbol of their impressive academic achievement. It's my privilege to, on behalf of the college, to bestow the Academic Achievement Award in recognition of the individual in each graduating class who has maintained the highest grade point average throughout his or her studies at the college. The recipient of the Academic Achievement Award for the March 2020 graduates, summa cum laude, with a grade point average of 3.99. How does that happen? Do you misspell one word out of 5,000 hours? I don't get it. Maybe soon-to-be Dr. Abigail Rovnak-Wallace could come up here and explain that to me. Dr. C will now award the Clinical Excellence.
I have the very distinct honor of presenting the Clinical Excellence Award this morning. The faculty of the Sherman College Chiropractic Health Center chooses the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award. The college's on-campus health center is where Sherman interns under the supervision of licensed doctors of chiropractic attend their patients. Health center interns provide more than 30,000 patient visits each year to the members of the local community. The Clinical Excellence Award is given to the candidate for graduation who at a minimum has maintained an A average throughout his or her internship program. He or she has excelled in all phases of clinical practice, from technical skills in the examination and care of patients to showing strong respect and consideration of patients and encouraging good health practices, including lifetime spinal examinations. The recipient of this award has attended more than the required number of patients, cared for them with great skill and extraordinary compassion, has been exemplary in his or her concern for patients' time, and has made informing patients of a valuable health principle an integral part of his or her practice. In addition, this intern's respect for his or her patients was exemplified in the attention that he or she gave to their smooth transfer to a succeeding intern for continued care. On behalf of Sherman College, I wish to congratulate the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award for the March 2021 class, Abigail Rovnak-Wallace. We will now have Dr. Bill Decken, the chair of the philosophy department, who will give the Philosophy Distinction Award.
Good afternoon, everybody. The B.J. Palmer Philosophy Distinction Award is given out at most graduations, but not every graduation. Chiropractic is a logical, deductive science based on a vitalistic premise that the people have a life force within them that can adapt and heal from the inside out. This line of thinking is frequently causes doctors of chiropractic and the people they serve to see chiropractic through a proactive lens, which runs counter to what we often observe in the culture of our communities, namely reactive healthcare once there is a problem. The B.J. Palmer Philosophic Distinction Award is given only when a student distinguishes themselves in areas of scholarship, leadership, and service with regards to representing chiropractic's philosophical base to his or her peers and or the public. They demonstrate this by winning scholarships or introducing or helping others to better understand the underlying philosophy and principles of chiropractic, and is reflected by going beyond the curriculum and graduation requirements. Philosophy provides a foundation that drives science, and it is expressed through the art of the chiropractic adjustment. Students are exposed to chiropractic philosophy early in the educational program, so it becomes essential to seek input for this award from various administrative offices and other faculty in selecting the recipient of the award. The philosophy department is looking for someone who has taken what they caught and placed themselves in a position to help others see the foundation and value of chiropractic. Today, on behalf of Sherman College, the philosophy department is proud to award the B.J. Palmer Philosophical Distinction Award to Jan Rafael Rivera Prestamo. Come on over here, I'm not done. No, stand there and look at everybody. You got excited. Jan was involved in the Delta Sigma Chi fraternity and therefore in a position to lead and teach other students about chiropractic philosophy. Many chiropractors around the world graduate from programs that do not teach the full benefit of chiropractic care. To help these chiropractors, Sherman College has developed a one-year postgraduate program called the Academy of Chiropractic Philosophers to help them see the bigger picture and greater impact they have on communities. In 2019, Sherman took this course to Santiago, Chile, and a predominantly Spanish-speaking group of chiropractors. Jan was happy to get involved in translating all digital teaching materials to facilitate their learning experience and to make them more comfortable in learning chiropractic. So he made the lives of our brothers and sisters in South America much calmer, much smoother, and able to learn better. He was a tremendous gift to them.
Thank you, Dr. Decken. Thank you, Jan, for waking up the front row. A couple times during this ceremony, you've heard people say something about the why or your why. You're not talking about the YMCA, we're talking about why. Why are you here? Now's the time, boys and girls. This is it. Get ready, sit down, buckle up. The next few minutes are going to be really, really exciting. Would the candidates for the Doctor of Chiropractic degree please rise? Dr. Cohen, representing Dr. President Edwin Cordero. As Chief Academic Officer of Sherman College of Chiropractic, it is my distinct pleasure to present these candidates for the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. I certify that all who are receiving a diploma have met the requirements of Sherman College and the state of South Carolina to have the degree Doctor of Chiropractic conferred upon them.
And on behalf of President Cordero, by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Sherman College of Chiropractic, I accept these candidates and am honored to present the Doctor of Chiropractic diploma to each of them. And upon their taking the chiropractic oath, they will be doctors of chiropractic.
That's good. There was a little warm up for what's coming. Will the elected student announcer and the first row of graduates and their guests please come forward to the designated location? All other candidates may be seated. I will now introduce the elected class representative who will in turn, after receiving his hooding and his diploma, introduce the remaining class members. Tyler Sandstrom, Tennessee.
Love you guys. Let's go change the world, all right? Andrea Christine Bisson, Ohio. Heinz Michael Bradman, Canada. Referring DC, Dr. Jason Sabo. Timothy Michael Bryan, Massachusetts. Referring DC, Carolyn Oliveira. Genesis Cuevas Santiago, Puerto Rico. Virginia Elizabeth Day, North Carolina. Christopher Andrew Dimzar, New York. Graduating with magna cum laude. Will the second row stand up and come forward? You already did. Matthew Lewis Devlin, Massachusetts. Graduating with summa cum laude, clinic specialty X-ray intern, referring DC, Dr. Rick Brescia. Ana Cristina Garcia Rios. Puerto Rico. Preston Chase Gregory, South Carolina. Gabriela Guadalupe Colong, Puerto Rico. Stephen Hedges, New York. Connor McGrath Johnson, Michigan. Will the third row please stand up? Come forward. Brent Matthew McCalman, Oklahoma. Ingrid M. Mijan Rios, Puerto Rico. Camine Arlene Munley, Michigan. Clinic specialty, X-ray intern, and a soon-to-be awesome mama. Cutter Von Boyles Newton, South Carolina. Referring DC Armin Rossi. Will the fourth row please stand and come forward? Tatiana Michelle Rivera, Puerto Rico. Jan Rafael Rivera Prestamo, Puerto Rico. Michael Ivan Rodriguez Miranda, Puerto Rico. Will the fifth row please stand and come forward? Jason Reynolds Scholl, North Carolina. Graduating with magna cum laude. Ethan James Smith, South Carolina. Clinic Specialty X-ray Intern. Sydney Blair Stroud, North Carolina. Graduating with magna cum laude, referring DC, Dr. Bob Stroud, Jr. Hugo Torres, Ecuador. Clinic Specialty ACE Intern. Abigail Rovnak Wallace, Maine. Graduating with summa cum laude. And last but not least, Kurt Michael Worthman, New Jersey.
Graduates, please rise. It is time to take your chiropractic oath. Please repeat after me. I shall diligently engage in creative activities which will enrich my philosophical understanding and enhance my artistic ability, further enabling me to fulfill my responsibilities as a doctor of chiropractic. In doing this, I will take into consideration my patients, my colleagues, and myself. I will serve my fellow human beings with an attitude of humility, honored with the opportunity to be instrumental in the correction of vertebral subluxations. My best service will be available to all, regardless of their cultural, racial, or religious background, or their ability to pay. To all this, I pledge myself, knowing these ideals are prescribed by the dictates of reason and the love for humankind. Graduates, your degree has been conferred and you have taken your chiropractic oath. At this time, please turn your tassels to the left. You are now doctors of chiropractic. Welcome to our profession. You may be seated.
As we mark the end of this journey and the ceremony, the entire Sherman College family is very, very proud of each and every one of you. We wish you all the best in your future as doctors of chiropractic. We are here to support you. Reach out to us. Keep in touch. Don't let your faculty off the hook yet. You'll need them for a while more. Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the 138th commencement ceremony. We do ask that the audience remain in the theater and seated until the faculty and graduates have exited the auditorium. At that time, the ushers will open the doors and let you leave. At that time also, please promptly exit the building, it's a nice day outside, without congregating. Thank you, and God bless.